Could one of the best stocks for 2025 be and remain Evolution? At least that's my forecast. Below we see Evolution, which is definitely one of my largest positions at the moment, and it's down 15%. I started buying in the summer of 2024 and recently bought more because the stock is a lot. It's dropped. Now, this is a strong mode company, meaning a company with a competitive advantage. In a nutshell, what they do is for the casinos, they basically have online casinos, custom made, bobbins, and the strongest thing they are skilled in is live casino. Here they have carved out a niche to a strong cognitive advantage. They have quite a few other games, as you can see on Evolution's own website, but what is also more interesting is the kind of mini acquisition strategy that they are doing, a kind of dividend policy that they use, and especially the management with higher inside ownership, and the share has recently fallen a lot. This is based on several reasons, actually, and even today, while recording this video, it has also gone down by about 2% due to the CFO leaving, which is not good news for us. So it's really a perfect storm for this company. The rating from Morningstar is 111.44 SEC, I should say. I personally buy it in euros. The company is currently not listed on the UC, but it is in Europe. The price out of the list is around 100,000, up to 300,000. Now, when I look at the forecasting, I've already done several analyses on Evolution. Check out our website for that. I also share my portfolio frequently. So you can also see our portfolio update for the complete Evolution update. But at the moment, the PE has once again dropped to 13.5. And actually, with a modest forecast in terms of EPS growth, that doesn't have a high chance for this stock. Would a PE of 15 be equal? You get an average return of 15%, including dividends. I believe that a PE of 20 is more realistic for this good company. And then a higher average return could be realistic. So the PE has dropped to 13, which is actually very cheap. What's more important is the current valuation rather than the future growth. For that, we look at the pain ratio. Look it up if you don't know what the pain ratio means. That's below 1, and that's a positive thing. And it doesn't happen very often for a strong company like Evolution. What is also simply referred to as a high-quality compounder. The price to cash flow is also particularly low. If you ask me, the dividend yield has only increased, although I personally wouldn't buy just for the dividend, but really just the growth. The market cap has dropped to actually a relatively small company. Meanwhile, total debt is very low, and they have a little bit of cash. The growth is attractive, and in particular, very interesting for long-term investors, of course. What is the performance of, for example, the return on equity and the return on total capital? And you can also see that the 5-year average is particularly high. So Evolution is very interesting. And due to a combination of circumstances, it has actually dropped a lot to a level that is actually recently at the price level of 2022 and 2020. I think this reaction here is exaggerated. Yes. And if you really dive into the company and also look at our multiple analyses on Evolution, then do you perhaps agree with me? But will it be the best performing stock for the coming year? I don't know. Definitely. That also has to do with momentum. In any case, I think Evolution is currently undervalued. It doesn't happen very often for a high quality compounder. And I think that's why it has shifted for me in my portfolio to grow it into one of the larger positions. And I actually expect at least a 10% return for the coming years, with the intention of at least seeing it over the next 3 to 5 years, how this company develops further. What the fuck? I didn't record that. At this very specific moment in time,